Wei Shao was drugged by his mother in an attempt to make him marry Zheng Xiuyu, but ended up pushing him closer to Zhao Qiao. Lady Zhu, Wei Shao's mother, wanted him to take Zheng Xiuyu as his concubine, but her plan failed. Zhao Qiao cleverly got the Grand Madame Su, to intervene. As a result, Lady Zhu was reprimanded, and Zheng Xiuyu was urged to marry out quickly. Lady Zhu held a grudge and deliberately created a misunderstanding between Wei Shao and Zhao Qiao. Narrow-minded and petty, she resented that Wei Shao spent most of his time away at war, and the Grand Madame never took her seriously. Now with Zhao Qiao in the household, bold and domineering Lady Zhu only had her niece left for company. If even she were to marry out, how could Zhu fight alone against the sharp-witted Zhao Qiao? Persuaded by Zheng Xiuyu's sweet words, Lady Zhu devised a plan to cook the rice and force Wei Shao to take Zheng Xiuyu as a concubine. That day, she prepared a lavish meal and secretly added an aphrodisiac to the food. Then had Wei Shao summoned to the East Chamber for dinner. Wei Shao didn't suspect a thing. After he finished eating, Lady Zhu excused herself, claiming her headache had returned. Concerned, Wei Shao went to check on his mother, but Lady Zhu's trusted maid led him to a side room and quietly locked the door behind him. It was only then that Wei Shao noticed something was wrong with his body. Still, he couldn't believe his own mother would drug him. Thinking Lady Zhu was resting inside, he pushed in to ask how she was, only to pull back the curtain and see Zheng Qiuyu barely dressed, waiting inside. Only then did he realize his mother's scheme. Zheng Qiuyu tried to seduce him, half pleading and half coaxing. But despite being affected by the drug, Wei Shao was unmoved. Enraged, he rejected her harshly. He stormed out, kicked the door open, and returned to his own quarters only to run into Zhao Qiao. Seeing his pale and strange expression, Zhao Qiao was deeply worried. She tried to comfort him, but Wei Shao simply went to the tea table and drank cup after cup of water in silence. Apparently, the drug Lady Zhu used was too potent. Although Wei Shao had resisted Zheng Xiuyu, now in front of his beautiful wife, he could no longer suppress his urges. Ever since their wedding, though he had occasionally felt drawn to Zhao Qiao, his resentment toward the Qiao family made him ignore those feelings. Up to this point, he and Zhao Qiao had never been intimate. Now, even though she was his legal wife, Shao was at a loss for what to do in such a situation. In the end, Wei Shao's willpower broke. Overcome by the drug, he lost control and gave in. Zhao Qiao was completely shocked and frightened by his sudden actions. The next day, Wei Shao told Zhao Qiao not to let the Grand Madame know he had been drugged. Then he confronted his mother in fury. Lady Zhu, realizing her plan had backfired, feared her son would cut ties with her entirely. Though angry, Wei Shao still considered her feelings and kept the incident from the Grand Madame. But he demanded that Lady Zhu marry Zheng Xiuyu off as soon as possible, or he would handle it himself. As for Zhao Qiao, the next day she was summoned by the Grand Madame. She didn't dare lie, but also didn't want to disobey Wei Shao. So she only recounted what had happened in her own room and said nothing about the drug or Wei Shao had eaten. But the Grand Madame was sharp. After investigating, she quickly understood the truth. She summoned Lady Zhu and held her accountable. Realizing the gravity of her mistake, Lady Zhu bowed and accepted punishment. Initially, Lady Zhu wanted Wei Shao to cook the rice with Zheng Xiuyu. But heaven had other plans. She ended up pushing her son closer to Zhao Qiao. After that night of intimacy, the relationship between Wei Shao and Zhao Qiao took a significant step forward.